Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, still tracking rain on live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. We've picked up anywhere from a ½ inch to 3/4, almost an inch of rain, and still getting some at least occasional downpours along with gusty wind, unseasonably warm air in place. And also take note of the very sharp cutoff between rain and no rain off to our north and west. It's dried out, so we'll get into a bit of a lull during the overnight, late night hours, only to have the showers try to come back early tomorrow morning. But as far as any additional downpours for early tomorrow morning, probably not, just some leftover showers, but still getting elements of some heavier rain. We're going to zoom in across southeastern Massachusetts and noticing out towards New Bedford and just near Route 195 right in here, getting some heavier rain. We can get in real close on this. And we've had rainfall rates anywhere from a ½ inch to almost an inch per hour. A lot of this activity is tracking off to the east right now. Most of this should be offshore by late tonight, only to come back a little bit for early tomorrow morning. Get a different look, a wider perspective here, and you can see that drier air off to our north and west. And again, that'll come in for a short time during the overnight, but still keeping some wet weather, some rain in the forecast, at least for the next 2 to 4 hours. Take a look at conditions outside, including here in Providence with some rain. 57. We're 3 degrees shy of tying the record high for today, to give you an idea of how unusual this warm air is for a winter night. Winds are south at 16. We've had gusts anywhere between roughly 40 and 45 miles per hour. Haven't seen too many issues as far as tree limbs or isolated outages, so far so good here. Tiverton coming in now at 54 with moderate to at times heavy rain. Had a peak wind gust within the last hour close to 30 miles per hour. And in Smithfield, very warm as well, coming in with a temperature at 55 degrees. So here's what I'm anticipating on Thursday, which includes a brief lull in the precipitation sometime late morning and early afternoon, only to have the rain come back, the showers by Thursday evening. And we're still watching Friday with some interest. Quite simply, the moisture that's coming through right now will try to come back at us tomorrow night into early Friday morning. Only at that time, there'll be some cold air in place. So we're talking about rain switching over to some accumulating snow by early on Friday morning. So stay tuned on that. And then dry weather anticipated for the weekend. We do have an accumulation forecast map. I'll show you that in just a second. But here's the setup now with the rain coming through right now associated with an intensifying storm across the Great Lakes. Out ahead of it, this cold front, as it approaches, will produce some additional showers this evening. The problem with this front is that as it passes through, it's going to stall offshore. Let me show you the complicated setup. Watch. We'll start off at 11 o'clock tonight. And watch this cold front as it draws closer. Tomorrow morning, it sort of slows down near the coastline, so it produces some scattered showers. By afternoon, it slips offshore. We dry out for several hours, perhaps even some partial clearing. And then the front stalls tomorrow night offshore. And what happens, it'll almost act like a train track. An area of low pressure will ride along the front, and the moisture will come back in the form of rain changing to snow very late tomorrow night into early on Friday morning, especially for southeastern Mass. This is what the blue represents at 11 o'clock on Friday morning. So this is why a winter storm watch has been issued for at least southeastern Massachusetts for late Thursday night into Friday morning. Does not include Rhode Island, though. I do think we'll get some accumulations. Now, this is an early call. Don't let it be the last accumulation forecast map that you see. Check back with us again tomorrow. But we're thinking New Bedford towards the Cape, as little as 3 to as much as 6. The rest of our viewing area, as little as a dusting to about 3 inches of snow. And again, check back again. These numbers may have to be adjusted up and down. And again, that's late tomorrow night and for your commute on Friday morning. Overnight tonight, the rain ending for a short time. Very warm. Temperatures in the 50s. Tomorrow morning, we start off with clouds. The roads will be wet. Any leftover showers would be just that. Fairly light. Nothing really heavy. No big downpours or thunder, but a wet start to the day, temperature at 55. And then during the afternoon, the clouds start to roll back in. The afternoon is dry up until about, say, 5 o'clock in the evening. Look at the temperature, 58. Then we bring in the rain on Friday evening, Friday night. It changes over to snow Friday morning, ending later Friday afternoon. This sets up for a dry weekend. Getting interesting, that's the word I'm using here, for early next week. Colder with the potential for more snow in the late Monday night, Tuesday time frame. Temperature on Tuesday at around 37. The both of you guys shook your heads when I said interesting.
How do you go from 65 degrees to 36 degrees in a matter of a couple of days?
I tell you, it's a strong cold front. On either side of it's like night and day. One side is warm, the other side is cold. We're on the warm side now. We get on the cold side tomorrow night, Friday morning, and that's why we put some snow in the forecast.
All I got to say is I don't want to have to drive to a restaurant on Valentine's Day in a snowstorm again this year.
I'm working on that.
All right, thanks, Tony. There is much